The views and opinions expressed on this program are mine and mine alone. They do not represent the views of Cryovato Records or its parent company of Felony in Progress. This program contains strong language. Please be advised. Also, on a side note, I just want to say that I am not a Satanist or express views of the occult. So please, evangelicals, stop sending me fucking emails, okay? My soul does not need to be saved. So enjoy the show.
I'm on the road again. I ain't got no woman just to call my special friend. You know, the first time I traveled out in the rain and snow, in the rain and snow. You know, the first time I traveled out in the rain and snow, in the rain and snow. I didn't have no pharaoh, not even no place to go. And my dear mother left me when I was quite young, when I was quite young. And my dear mother left me when I was quite young, when I was quite young. She said, Lord, have mercy on my wicked son.
Welcome back, my little audiophile minions, to another delightful episode of Open Air Sonar, where I'm sorry to inform you the choice of fuck one, marry one, kill one is not an option. You just have to open up and say, okay? Anyway, I hope everyone had a good week. If not, some of my more loyal listeners will know my response to that. So let's get this thing rolling. You know, it's been a while. I've been away. I don't know if some of you know this, but I actually do my own music project titled State Sanctioned Contraband. Sorry. Dude, I just had a brain fart on my own band name. Good God, man. Anyway, so I just got into a song, and I just kind of neglected the show for a little bit. But I'm back now, and let's try to have some fun today, people, okay? So let's get into an email, shall we? Yeah, and you can email me, and I will read your email on air. So cryovato@gmail.com. A reply is guaranteed. All right, so I'm not sure how to approach this email. This is the first time I've ever received an email like this, but anyways, I'm gonna leave her name out of this and where she lives. But so she says, well, I think, we'll go anonymous on this one. So and where she is from should be irrelevant as well. So Miss Jane Doe writes, I feel extremely out of place at my new school. I'm a junior in high school here and have not met any new friends. As you know, we are on COVID lockdown and my parents moved for work. I try to talk to people on Skype through my classes, but nobody seems to want to pay attention to me. I'm getting extremely lonely and depressed. I'm not a very outgoing person and can be pretty shy, and I'm not a horrible student, really don't drink or drug. Excuse me. My parents say I should change my style and maybe I would be better approachable. Do you have any advice? Signed, Lonely. Okay, Lonely, so check this out, man. I am really not the best person to give advice, but I can tell you this, man. Don't change who you are for anybody. If you're comfortable in your skin and the way you live your life, fuck everybody else, okay? Here's another, and if those people don't want to be your friend, fuck them, then they're not worth it. I mean, there's a million better people out there in the world, so, and if you're a good student, you don't drink or drug, then you got 2 years left, man. Slug it out, get out of there. You have your pick of college, you go and start your life. But don't change who you are. Fuck, if you're lonely, send me an email, man. I'll send you an email. We'll talk shit. If you want to even call into the show, man, I will be your friend. So, anyway, take care of yourself there, Lonely, okay? And we'll get through this, with COVID and all that fucking nonsense. But we will get through this. So anyway, c'est la vie. Anyway, we're going to dive into one of my favorite musical styles, known as the blues. We're going to go all the way down to Mississippi, Georgia, Louisiana, you name it, we're going to go. So saddle up and let's get it in. So from birth, we are told that, our enemies are everywhere. What whether it's in school teaching us to hate the commies, the Chinese are invading, the Russians hate us, Latin invasion from the south, or even in faith-based institutions where we are told to fear the devil at every turn. Which brings us to our first artist of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Mr. Robert Johnson with his 1937 release, Crossroads. Stick with us and we will talk about his deals being made. This is Open Air Sonar.
I went to the crossroads, fell down on my knees. I went to the crossroads, fell down on my knees. Ask the Lord above have mercy. Take poor Bob if you please. Stand at the crossroads. I tried to flag a ride. Stand at the crossroads. I tried to flag a ride. Didn't nobody seem to know me. Everybody passed me by. The sun's going down, boy. Sun's gonna catch me. Boy, sun's gonna catch me. I haven't got no loving, sweet woman that's love and feel my care. You can run, you can run. Tell my friend boy Willie Brown. You can run. Tell my friend boy Willie Brown. Now that I'm standing at the crossroad, baby, I believe I'm sinking down.
That was Robert Johnson with his 1937 cut of Crossroads. So, Robert, he was born Robert Leroy Johnson in May 8th of 1911 in Hazelnut, Mississippi. And, in his lifetime, he had very little commercial success or recognition and really only, participated in 2 recording sessions, one in San Antonio, Texas in 1936 and one in Dallas, Texas in 1937. And, he was able to produce 29 distinct songs. So other than these recordings, very little was known of him outside of the small music circuit in the Mississippi Delta, where he, spent most of his time in his life. But, so his life has been very poorly, documented, to when he died in 1938. And the way he died gave rise to, much legends of, of him going to the crossroads and, making a deal with the devil. It was said that Sunhouse, when he first met him, he was just a young boy, but he couldn't play guitar very well. He was not very good at it. But then one day he left, and he went to go and find himself, I guess, where he actually came across this guy. His name was Zimmer, and he was kind of a weird dude. He would go out to cemeteries and, play in the graveyards. And it said that Johnson went and studied with him for a while, which gave rise to this, this occult kind of theme. But I guess when he came back into town, he just blew everybody away. They couldn't believe what, they were hearing from this guy. And he did really good stuff for a while, and then unfortunately in 1938 he was gunned down while on stage from a jealous boyfriend of some girl that was looking at him and shot him dead right on stage. So a lot of people tend to think that, Robert sold his soul to the devil, and the devil, he wanted payment right now. So, yeah, and anyway, there's actually a little funny story. A couple of years ago, somewhere down in Mississippi, apparently there was this land that these developers had bought, and they're gonna, there was these shacks on there or whatever, and they told the kids in town that they could go in there and pretty much take whatever they want. The kids went in there, and they actually found one of Robert Johnson's old guitars. Come to find out it's worth $1 million something. The company wanted it back. It wound up in court, and all hell broke loose. Apparently the kids got some money, though, and I guess it's put into a trust until they're old enough to get it. So anyway, Robert, wherever you are, man, you definitely turned on my light to blues. So take care of yourself, buddies, and we're going to move on to our next song here, ladies and gentlemen. This song is I love this song so much. It's from the father of blues, Son House. They said that this is the man who laid the foundation of what is blues music. So this is Death Letter Blues by Son House. Come back and we'll talk about Son House.
I got a letter this morning, how do you reckon it read? Say, hurry, hurry, the gal, your love is dead. I got a letter this morning, I say, how you reckon it read? They say, hurry, hurry, 'cause the gal you love is dead. I grabbed up my suitcase, took her down the road. Oh, when I got there, she's laying on the cooling board. I grabbed up my suitcase, I said, I took her down the road. I said, when I got there, she's laying on the cooling board. I walked up close, looked down in her face. It's a good old girl, got the lay at a judgment day. I said, I walked up close, I said, I looked down in her face. I said, the good old girl, got the lay at a judgment day. Look like 10,000 people was standing around the burying ground. I didn't know I loved her until I let her down. Looked like 10,000 standing around the burying ground. I didn't know that I loved her until I began to let her down. I didn't feel so bad till the good Lord's sun went down. I didn't have a soul to throw my arms around. I didn't feel so bad until the good Lord's sun went down. I said I didn't have a soul to throw my arms around. It's so hard to love someone don't love you. Don't look like a satisfaction. Don't care what you do. It's so hard to love someone that don't love you. Don't look like a satisfaction. Don't care what you do. Love hard or fall, make you do things you don't want to do. Love sometimes leave you feeling sad and blue. Love hard or fall, make you do things you don't want to do. Love sometimes leave you feeling sad and blue.
That was Son House with his 1941 cut of Death Letter Blues. So, after years of hostility towards secular music, and as a preacher and, for a few years working as a church pastor, you know, he didn't like it. But then at the age of 25, he took on the blues and quickly developed a very unique style by applying rhythmic drive, vocal power, and emotional intensity of his preaching to the newly, learned idiom of blues. And for a while, he kind of, fades away until about 1964 when a group of young record collectors, young men just like myself, rediscovered House. And with their encouragement, he relearned his entire repertoire and established an entertainment career again. And around 1927, 28, he was playing in a juke joint when a man opened fire like on a shooting spree. And so House jumped off and shot him dead. And even though it was self-defense, I mean, this is the South in the 20s, he still received a 15-year prison sentence. But, he only ended up serving 2 years, from 28 to 29. And there's a lot of different stories about what has happened. Apparently, House has given multiple different interviews and given multiple responses to it. So nobody really knows what truly happened. But this man seen it all. Dude, he lived it and he played it, man. So thank you, Son House. He unfortunately died in 1988 from cancer of the larynx. And wherever you are now, buddy, hopefully you're living the life, man. So anyway, we're going to move on to our third song now, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mississippi Fred McDowell with Baby Please Don't Go. You know what's even funnier is the fact that he was actually from Tennessee and not Mississippi. But we'll get into that when we come back, okay? So this is Open Air Sonar, and enjoy the song.
My name is Fred McDowell. They call me Mississippi Fred McDowell. But my home's in Rockville, Tennessee. But it don't make any difference. It sounds good to me. I seem like I'm at home now when I'm in Mississippi. And I do not play no rock and roll, y'all. I just play the straight natural blues. And whenever you get somebody, want to apply for you, just call for Fred McDowell. I was raised on the farm, you understand? Now, the only way you can rock, Fred, you have to put him in a rocking chair. I used to lay me down, you understand? That's my type of rocky. In my type of blues, I played with a bottleneck. I first got this style from a beef bone, you understand? Raised will come out of a steak. My uncle, when I was a small boy in the country, he ground this bone down and filed it with a file and put it on a little plank. But I played on my ring finger, you understand? And this bottleneck sound better than the bone, because it gets more clear sound out of it. And I would like for you to, who's never listened to me, or you don't buy one of the tapes, or album, anything. I like for you listening to what I'm saying. I make the guitar say what I say, you understand? If I say our Father, he'll say our Father. If I give out a hymn, he'll say it. If I play Mason Grace, he'll sing that too. Now that's my style. What you hear me doing there? I hope y'all like it. Who's never get it? turn your lamp down low if it's over. Play it. Got me way down. Got me way down. Yeah. Got me way down here, but it rolling coast.
That was Mississippi Fred McDowell with his live 1972 cut of Baby Please Don't Go. I mean, a great musician outright anyway. I mean, the guy was great. He was born January 12th in 1906. His name was Fred McDowell, but they called him Mississippi Fred McDowell because he played in a style that was, more Mississippian, and he was the master at, the slide guitar. Apparently he coached Bonnie Raitt in the slide, and he's really flattered by all these musicians taking his music to heart, and after decades of playing for small local gatherings, McDowell was recorded in 1959 by roving folklore musicologist Alan Lomax and Shirley Collins on their Southern Journey field recording trip, but. He was great, man, and he continued to perform blues in the North Mississippi style as much as he had for decades, and sometimes on the electric guitar rather than acoustic. He was particularly renowned for his mastery of the slide guitar. I mean, there was no guy who could touch him. But he did one time, like you heard just right there, while he famously declared, "I do not play no rock and roll." He was not adverse to associating with younger rock musicians, but he did. He was flattered by the Rolling Stones, straightforward version of "You Gotta Move" on their '71 Sticky Fingers album, and the guy was just great. And unfortunately, McDowell died of cancer in 1972 at the age of 66. So wherever you are now, buddy, I hope you're still playing that slide. Anyway, we're gonna move on to one more song before the break. So this is the Leadbelly 1941 cut of "In the Pines." Come back and we'll tear this one apart too. You're listening to Open Air Sonar. Stick with us.
My girl, don't lie to me. Tell me, where did you sleep last night? Come on, tell me, baby. In the pines, where the sun don't ever shine. I was shivering all night too. My girl, where will you go? I'm going where the cold wind blows. Where's that, baby? In the pines, in the pines where the sun don't ever shine. I bet you will all night through. My girl, don't you lie to me. Tell me where did you sleep last night? Come on and tell me something about it. In the pines where the sun don't ever shine. I bet you will all night through. Shiver for me now. What happened down there? My husband was a hard-working man, killed a mile and a half from here. What happened to him? His head was found in a driver wheel, and his body ever never been found. My girl, don't you lie to me. Tell me where did you sleep last night? Come on and tell me something about it. In the pines where the sun don't ever shine. I bet you will all night through.
So that was Leadbelly's 1941 cut of In the Pines. Now, depending on who you are, because this song's been covered a million times, but it depends on who you are to what the song is actually called. It actually has 3 different titles. There's In the Pines, Where Did You Sleep Last Night, and Black Girl. So yeah, I mean, it was written sometime around the 1870s and then made its way up here to the U.S., but I think Leadbelly is the one who really, took it home, and it's a really dark song, in its own too. It speaks of a murder, and I mean, but all in all, it's just an all-around great song that Leadbelly just takes it to the limit. And Leadbelly, he was a trippy guy too, man. He didn't get famous till later on in life, and he, played small clubs, and then he went to prison for a while. That seemed to be the way to go back then for most African Americans at the time, I would guess. But yeah. Anyway, he passed away in 1966. So hopefully he's somewhere living the life, man. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and take a break right now, and we're gonna come back, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna open up some real hardcore blues on this next one. So please don't go anywhere. You're listening to Open Air Sonar, and yeah, come back to us.
Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Come on, baby, don't you wanna go back to that same old place, sweet home, Chicago? Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Howdy, hey, baby, don't you wanna go back to that same old place, a sweet home, Chicago?
You're from Chicago, right?
I was born in Mississippi.
Oh, you're born in Mississippi.
Right.
And you spent a lot of working time.
Yeah, I've been in Chicago for quite a few years, but I was born in Mississippi.
Oh, we joined in states, so shake hands, brother.
Right
No
together.
wonder we got together.
Right together, sister.
That's good.
Right together.
Well, what was it like? Tell me something about that.
About Mississippi?
Well, about where you were from there, Mississippi.
I was born in a little town called Rolling Fork, and I was raised up in Clarksdale. I was raised up out on farm on a plantation, you know. So I lived a country life for a long time. A little rough, but
Yeah.
came through it.
Big family?
Yeah, big family.
How many children?
I got 5 brothers living now. But I wasn't with them. My grandmother raised me, you see.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
My grandmother raised me up in,
Everybody had to work, didn't they?
everybody had to work, you know.
I know.
Because I don't let little kids, 10 years old, out there working, you know, on the farm, you know.
I don't know that a lot of the young folks today maybe didn't have to work that hard, you know.
I don't think so. I know they didn't. They had to work hard as I did, you know, because my kids didn't work like I did, you know. But my kids got a chance to go to school. I didn't have no schooling, you know. Well, my kids don't know what work means until they got up big enough to work, you know, old enough to work and come out of school. But I've been on my own for a long time.
Where did you first get to the music?
I began it in Mississippi. I first started blowing the harmonic.
Yeah.
And then later,
Just a boy.
just a boy. I think I started at about 9 years old, and when I was 18, I was doing pretty good with it, you know. And I became about 17, 18, I switched over to guitar. And finally, in 1943, I brought it to Chicago.
Now, were you on a plantation or a farm situation, entertaining just kind of for the fun of it?
Kind of for the fun of it, the little Saturday night fish fries, as they call them, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, Carol, don't let us steal your heart away. I'm gonna learn to dance if it takes me all night today. Climb into my machine so we can move on out. I know the swing a little door where we can jump and shout. It's not too far back on the highway, not so long a ride. You brought the card in the open, you can walk inside. A little cutie takes your hat and you can thank a man. 'Cause every time you make a scene, you find the joy in his jam.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to Open Air Sonar, where on the daily special today we are serving blues. During the break, we heard a small snippet of an interview that's from Muddy Waters. He gave from he was actually in a moving vehicle at the time, and it's titled "The Lost Tapes." So if you ever get the chance, by all means, go and check that out if you really want to get into that. We're not going to listen to Muddy yet, but it's really good. So, you know, it's believed that blues came about, you know, somewhere around the 1860s by African Americans from roots in African American work songs and spirituals. You know, blues incorporated spirituals or work songs or even field hollers or shouts, you know. And it's characterized by the, you know, call and response pattern, that the blues scale and specific chord progressions, of which the 12-bar blues is the most common. You know, blue notes or worried notes, usually thirds and fifths, but anyway, it's got that, you know, repetitive effect known as the groove, and it's just taken off. But anyway, I think it's about time that we get into our next song. This is from Chester Arthur Burnett, or as the rest of the world knows him as Howlin' Wolf. This is his 1973 cut of Backdoor Man. Enjoy it. Come back. We'll spit about it.
Now listen, peoples. Everybody said they don't like the blues. But you're wrong. See, the blues come from way back. And I'm going to tell you something again. The things that's going on today is not the blues. It's just a good beat the people is carrying. But now when you come down to the blues, I'm going to show you how to play the blues. Now you just sit here and watch me. a backdoor man. I am a backdoor man. Well, men don't know. Little girls understand. Early in the morning, when the rooster crows, something's telling me you better get up and go. I am a backdoor man. I am a backdoor man. Well done, men don't know. Little girls understand. Cock-white pride, don't take him down. I'd rather be dead, sleeping in the ground. Husband, when you come home, you eat pork and beef. My man eat more chicken anybody ever seen. I am a backdoor man. I am a backdoor man. Well, men don't know. Little girls understand. Judge my pride, don't take him down. I'd rather be dead, sleeping in the ground. Husband, when you come home, tell you the truth, my man eat more chicken anybody ever seen. I am a backdoor man. Well done, men don't know. Little girls already understand. 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 Take him to the doctor, shot full of hole. The nurse cried, doctor, please save his soul. They killed him for murder and the first degree. The judge wiped cried, let the man a bad Joe man. Well down, men don't know. Little girls understand. Understand.
That was Howlin' Wolf with his 1973 cut of Backdoor Man. The musician and critic Cub Koda once said, "No one could match Howlin' Wolf for the singular ability to rock the house down to the foundation while simultaneously scaring its patrons out of its wits." He was just a fabulous musician all the way around, but in his personal life, it was not easy. He had been in the army, but when his mother was dying, he went home to Georgia to see her. But she was very, conservative Christian and did not like Wolf's songs, and so when he showed up to talk to her, she would not look at him, and she shunned him. And a lot of people say that really hurt Wolf, and he never got a chance to tell his mother he was sorry. But I think that, really, really bothered him for a long time. But unfortunately, Wolf died January 10th, 1976, at the age of 65 from complications of kidney surgery. So wherever you are, bud, I hope you got that smokestack lightning. So anyway, next I have for you David Jr. Kimbrough with Burn in Hell. Come back and we will chew the fat off of Junior, okay? This is Open Air Sonar.
No, them y'all going.
You going to, you be there.
Y'all by yourself. I ain't going with you. Let's work your
If I die for you, if I go for you, I'm going to be there, open the doors. Come on in, motherfucker.
That was Junior Kimbrough with Burn in Hell, recorded in one of his juke joints called the Chihuahua Rib Shack out of Holly Springs. Uh, Junior was really highly influenced by the likes of, Lightning Hopkins, Mississippi Fred McDowell, and Eli Green, who actually had a reputation as a dangerous voodoo man. But he didn't really get a lot of attention outside the South till around 1992 when he made All Night Long. But he was close. He was really close to R.L. Burnside, made famous by John Spencer, and often their families collaborated on projects and songs. But unfortunately, Junior died of a heart attack following a stroke in 1998. He is survived by 36 children. Man, he was a busy guy. But maybe some of them play guitar. Maybe some of them are carrying on Dad's traditions. So take care of yourself, Junior. Like it says on your tombstone, the beginning and the end of all music. So, anyway, that one's for you, Junior. Anyway, I'm going to play you next Muddy Waters, live with the band from their 1976 Winterland show, The Last Waltz. Stick with us to see how muddy it gets. This is Open Air Sonar.
Near Memphis, cotton country, rice country.
What's it
The
like
most interesting thing is probably the music.
Levon, who came from around there?
Carl Perkins.
Carl Perkins.
Sure. Muddy Waters, king of country music.
Yeah.
Now, when I was a young boy, at the age of 5, my mother said I'm gonna be the greatest man alive. But now I'm a man way past 21. I want to leave me, woman. I have lots of fun. Wasn't that a man? Yeah. I'll spell him H-I in that rubber thing. I'm grown. No B. No. Oh, child. Why? That mean mannish boy. Man. I'm a full-grown man. Man, I'm a natural-born lover's man. Man, I'm a rolling stone. Man, I'm a hoochie-coochie man. The line I shoot, well, never miss. When I make love to a girl, she can't resist. I think I go down to old Kansas stew. I'm gonna bring back the second cousin, that little John the Conqueror. All you little girls setting out that line, I can make love to you, girl, in 5 minutes time. Ain't that a man? Yeah! I'll spell him H-I in that rubber thing, man. No beat. No. Oh, child. Why?
That means manish boy. Man, yeah. I'm a full-grown man. Man, I'm a natural-born lover's man. Man, I'm a rolling stone. Man, child, I'm a hoochie coochie man. Well, 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 well. Ooh. Wasn't that a man? Muddy Waters.
That was McKinley Morganfield, or better known as Muddy Waters, with Manish Boy from the 1976 film and concert, The Last Waltz, directed by Martin Scorsese, to commemorate the final show, from the band. They invited Muddy to come on and sing a tune, and, we had Levon Helms in the beginning there having a small conversation with Martin. Muddy was cited as being the father of Chicago blues, with his style of playing described as, rainfully down delta beatitude. Sorry, oh my God, that's a crazy word. But Muddy's longtime wife and Geneva was actually first cousins with R.L. Burnside. Unfortunately, she died of cancer in 1973. They were married for 33 years. And later in life, he traveled to Florida and met his future wife. She's 19-year-old Marva Jean Brooks, who he lovingly called Sunshine, with Eric Clapton being the best man at his wedding. But unfortunately, he died in 1983 from heart failure, with the family, Muddy's heirs, still squabbling over his estate, all the way up until 2018. So that was kind of fucked up for them, and shit's still going on. So anyway, take care, Manish Boy, and, show him how it's done, Muddy. But we're on to our next and final song, but never the least, ladies and gentlemen. So this comes from us to a man named John Lee Hooker, and this is Boom, 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 Boom. So keep listening to the show, and we'll catch the hook. This is Open Air Sonar.
Shoot you right down at all your feet. Take you home with me. Put you in my house. Boom, 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 boom. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I love to see you walk up and down the floor when you're talking to me. That baby talk. I like it like that. When you talk like that, you knock me dead. Right on my feet. How, 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 how. Whoa. she walk that walk and talk that talk and whisper in my ear. Tell me she love me. I love that talk, that baby talk. She knocks me dead right off my feet. How? Yeah, yeah. Now, baby. Now, baby. Come on, baby. Now, baby. Walk and talk. Walk, talk. Walk, baby. Talk, baby. To me. Well.
That was John Lee Hooker with his 1962 cut of Boom Boom. You know, Hooker often incorporated, other elements into his work. The talking blues and the North Mississippi Hill country blues. He even developed his own style called driving rhythm boogie, and was ranked number 35 in Rolling Stone's 2015 list of 100 greatest guitarists. Unfortunately, the New York Post reported on June 25th, 2019 that listed John Lee Hooker's among hundreds of artists whose recordings were destroyed in the 2008 Universal Fire, which by all accounts sucks ass, all the great stuff that was lost there. But the subject of his birthday is even of great speculation. When he passed on June 21st, 2001, it's thought that his age varied between 83 and 88 years old. But he ran away from home at the age of 14 and never looked back, reportedly never even seeing his mother again. Anyway, John, take care of us. Thanks for the tunes and keep smiling on us. So, blues music, pretty much was the foundation of what we consider rock and roll today. Not only did it influence the Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin, just some of the greats came from this music. It's just unbelievable. And, blues music has always, been something like a portrait to me, give me a glimpse into something so beautiful, but made from real pain, and the pain that these artists and their families had to endure through the ugliness and the perverted way of thinking back then, and it also opened up the whole world of excitement, and maybe hoping for change one day and hoping things that will change. But unfortunately, it also brought a wretched smell. The stench of hatred and racism, permeated the air of this country. And, and it's been going on for nearly 600 years, and it's been a way of life for so many people for so long. It's a way of life, or the way things have always been, Some choose to pretend it doesn't even exist, while others embrace that hatred as a badge of honor that I will never fucking understand for the life of me. But just remember, though, whenever the darkest of times, there are those who stand and shine a light in the darkness to fight hatred in all of its forms. And so this show today does not just go out to just one, but to all those who gave their lives fighting, for what is right and what is seriously needs to change. And so now I will read you those names aloud. Trayvon Martin, Fred Hampton, Dr. Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, Emmett Till, Viola Luzio, James Chaney, Andrew Goodman, Michael Schwerner, Isaac Woodward, and George Floyd. So I'm going to leave you now with a song for thoughts by none other than the talented Mr. Richie Havens singing the Beatles' Here Comes the Sun from 1971 live performance. I'm Tony, this is Open Air Sonar, and God damn it, you better be good to each other, because if not, I will find out. Take
it's alright, yeah, 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 yeah.